What do you do when the president-elect comes for you and tells you, I want you, and I don't give a shit what you say. I want you, and you're coming with me. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 6, episode 32 of the Haves and the Have-Nots. What would you do when the president-elect says, I'm electing you? You're going to be the first lady, whether you think so or not. I just didn't understand this. I didn't understand this. And then Tyler gave me, he did a little good, there was some good writing right in the beginning. Charles has gotten on my nerves. The whole thing with Landon and Charles, I was getting really, really irritated by it. But Charles brought it on through tonight. Charles comes in Charles fashion, and he gets to tell him, Candice, listen, I got everything on you. I got it all. I know what you did. I know that you took care of a problem that was actually a problem of mine. There was a guy who was trying to get at me, and for some reason, you ended up with some type of dealings with him, and you pushed him out of the window, and we have surveillance cameras from on the building next door. I've actually seen you do it. All that we've cleaned up, and then all that you've cleaned up, makes you a perfect candidate for First Lady. And that's how it's going to be. Candice said, no, baby, not at all. That's not how it's going to be. And he's like, no, that's not how this works. I want you in the story. She's going back and forth with him. I can scream and I can this. He's like, oh, no, that make no sense, girl. Anybody paying attention to that shit? I got you cleaned up on paper. I'm going to clean you up in real life, and you're going to be my woman. That's all it's going to be. That's all to it. She's telling him, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. He said, well, how about, what if I was to slap the shit out of you? I said, whoop. Maybe they had to cut the commercial. I said, whoa, Charles, what's up? And Candice was like, I beg your fucking pardon. And he's like, what if I was to take and slap you down to the ground right now? You like that because that's what you like. You like the mess. You like the drama. You like the foolishness. You like all that. But I ain't doing all that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put my hands on you, but you're going to be the first lady. That's it. It's all that it is. And she's, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. She said, look, I came in for you. Once I'm into the White House, then it'll be harder to bring you in. You coming in with me when I go, bitch. Do you understand? That's all it is. You coming in when I go. End of story. Flat out. She told him, because there's something wrong with you. Why would you want me? She said, why would you want me? You know all my business, but I don't know none of yours. You're hiding something, and I can feel it in my gut, and I always follow my gut. My gut tells me not to trust you. I said, he's like, well, you may not trust me, but you're going to be my woman. End of story. So I'm like, okay, even with the whole thing of her not trusting Charles, I get it. I totally get it. But what you gonna do, Candice? You gonna keep going round and around about that $8 billion in that bank account with Betty and Hannah, where you could be the first lady of the United States? Isn't that what you wanted, bitch? You want power. Bitch, what else job, position, lifestyle is more powerful than the first lady of the United States? Girl, I said, see, that ain't making sense. But okay. I wasn't getting that. I wasn't getting it anyway. Let's move on. We'll come back to it. Mitch. Mitch that met up with some of his family members and said, no, that hit is still on that dude. They got the money, but they want the interest. Flat out. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit. Either he come with the interest or we are going to split that motherfucker's head to the white meat. Flat out. And Mitch is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They will say, hey, what's up with you and him? And this shit threw me on the ground. And they said, what is he, a $9 bill? You a little fruity now? I said, child, $9 bill, is that what I am? A $9 bill, honey? I like that. I didn't know nothing about that, child. You know, 9 is my favorite number. Y'all hear that, honey? I'm a $9 bill now, honey. Yes. $9, honey. I said, well, all right. So I laughed real good at that shit. I fell dead down to the motherfucking carpet, honey, laughing at that. A $9 bill, bitch. Get into it. Anyway, Mitch was like, man, I'll scatter your goddamn teeth. Don't play with me, honey. I was like, oh, but I'll play with you, Mitch. $9 worth. Call me. Anyway, so next we can see Landon and that damn Adelaide roll up on Candice. They just walk into her apartment. They got gowns and shit, and they're going on, and they're like, girl, and they talking shit to Candice. And Candice is getting mad. She's like, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here. And they're like, shut up, honey. You've been chosen. It is what it is. And then that damn Adelaide told her, girl, you ever thought about Weight Watchers? I said, oh, Landon, look at her clothes. They making fun of her and shit. He's gonna say, I told you, hooker gear, spandex and glitter. I said, oh, they're reading, honey. They have beautiful gowns and stuff, and she's like, this is not happening. They're like, oh yes, this is happening. Oh yes, this is happening. Girl, this is how this works. You might as well shut on up and fall in line. Candice is like, I ain't even trying to do all that. Then her, and it was one of them long scenes that Tyler do. Landon and Candice is going back and forth. He called her a thought box and shit. I said, Candice would have been to whoop Landon's ass by now. But that was like a whole mess. I said, okay, cool. Let's go on down to the bank. Benny and Hannah's there. Benny flat out refuses to sign and gets up and walks out. He ends up getting a phone call from Mitch. Mitch tells him, you need to stay put. Oh, man. He said, don't be stupid. I said, Benny, of course, is not listening. Stupid. So, nothing Hannah could do. Hannah ends up heading on over to Catherine's. Baby. Jim and Hannah had the worst argument ever. He's like, where's the money? And she's trying to explain to Catherine, he gonna come down, he gonna say, wait a minute. Where's my money, bitch? I said, whoa! I goddamn Hannah said, first of all, I am grown. I am grown. And I know ain't no way you think you gonna sit up and talk to me like that. I said, girl, no more. Honey, he got to going back and forth and tell her, she said, because you're not going to talk to me like that because you was laying around with my daughter. He said, I didn't lay around with your daughter. I was fucking her. That's what you do with whores. I see she didn't fall too far from the tree. I said, oh. And baby, they was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I said, Lord have mercy. It was a mess. Hannah finally said, listen here, I quit. I'm not going to try to work under these conditions with this freak. I'm leaving here. I quit. End of story. He ended up threatening her, threatening Benny. She said, you stop threatening my son. So I mean it. Don't threaten my son no more. I said, no more. Honey, he told her, I'm going to show you. You don't get my goddamn money here, you're going to see just how it is to piss me off. I said, oh, listen to him, honey. She get out there, take her shoes off. She's like, Catherine, I quit. Here's your keys in your car. I'll be out of your house by the end of the month. She went to go to leave. She walking on the driveway. Derek's driving up. And then she's like, they go back and forth for a while. She's like, I'm going to catch the bus. I'm catching the bus. I'm out of here. I said, Lord, so the last thing we saw was him talking about he gonna follow her. She walking with no shoes on. I said, this is crazy. Wyatt overhears all that arguing, ends up calling Candice on the phone. Now he gonna try to lure her into stealing some money from Catherine now. I said, what the hell? He is just too much. Absolutely too much. Hell with him. Anyway, RK, with your cute self. RK and Veronica meet up. Veronica goes and takes him a little gift and brings him his first payment. Tells him it's time to get started on Jeffrey. You need to start working him out. Now, you know, last week she put a hit out on RK. So her whole plan is to have him killed and all that. RK don't know it though. Then she ended up telling him, well, where are you going to start? He's like, don't worry about it. This, that, and the other. That bitch took her through some hot coffee on his arm and said, you're burned. Now go down to the hospital, to the burn unit. That's where Jeffrey is, and get started. And he's looking at her like, this bitch is crazy. Candice told you the bitch was crazy. You the one playing pussyfoot and don't even know that there's a hit out on your stupid ass. Cute though. But anyway, so that's going on. Justin and Jeffrey end up having to ride in with Madison. Justin's like blowing Madison's phone up. So that's all become a whole big mess. In the midst of this, David was complaining about chest pains. But then there's this whole confrontation between Justin, Jeffrey, and Madison out in the hallway. And then David fucking goes into cardiac arrest. I was like, are you kidding me? David goes into cardiac arrest. It's all out there. Madison then told Jeffrey, listen, I like you, but I can't get close to you because of old fucking psycho RoboCop. I was like, Lord, just a mess. But last we saw, they were saying it's cardiac arrest. It's cardiac arrest. We're losing them. And it kind of cut out. So that's where we are. That's where we're at. I will catch up with you all next Tuesday. All right, you guys. Later.